The installation process is going to be similar for all Ford and Lincoln vehicles with Sync 1, Sync 2, or Sync 3 systems. This particular installation is performed in Ford Mustang. We're going to show you how to remove the radio, but the rest of the installation is going to be identical to all Ford vehicles with Ford Sync 8-inch screens. Alright, so first step in this car, you're going to remove this whole panel. So this entire panel is just going to pull out. Alright, this whole panel come forward and it pulls out. Using a tool like this, you can go ahead and pop the panels out. And the panels have clips, but they're just gonna grab and you can just start pulling them out. And they're going to come out. You're gonna make weird noises, but nothing is breaking, it's just clips opening up. So you go ahead and remove this whole panel all the way to the side, to the other side. Just the whole panel comes out, and on the other side, this whole bottom piece is going to come out. That whole piece comes out. After you remove the panel, you have to remove these 2 screws. Go ahead and remove 2 screws. Then on the bottom, you got this panel right here you need to remove. You can, by using the tool, you can just put it in here and kind of open it. And it's going to open up. And inside, you'll find 2 screws that you need to remove. One on this side here and one on this side here. Remove 2 screws. Now we need to remove this whole panel. Okay? Start from the top and pull it out. On the bottom, it's going to be tricky. I'm going to go to the bottom. Now the bottom pins are held in here on the sides, so don't worry about it, and just, you see this, you might need to press it down a little bit for it to come out. So it's going to make weird noises, but don't worry about it and just pull it out. By pushing this down, and then push this, you're going to push on the panel down so you can release this one up to, so it's just the whole panel. It's going to look like it's breaking, but it's really not breaking, just little ears holding it. So you just pull it out. And if you want, use the seats out on one side, just use this clip, something like this, to separate it, and it's going to come out. What you got is these 2 little clips right here. See these 2 side clips? They're pretty much what's holding it in place there. So if you kind of move this on the way, move these pieces kind of out of the way, you'll be able to take it out. You can either remove it, you'll need access here, so you can either disconnect it or, up to you. You can put it on the side, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect it for easier access. It's pretty much this big plug. You're going to open it and move it out of the way. Next step, we're going to remove all the screws. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and get access to the back of the screen to install the plug-and-play harness. After you remove the screws, gain access to the back of the screen. Release, press and release, and just this one, press and release. Okay, this does not get removed. Right, so now you have access to the back, to the whole thing, and you can install plug-and-play harness here. So this is the plug-and-play harness you're going to install. You're going to measure the connectors. This connector is going to go back into the radio. And then you got this connector that's going to plug in into the main harness for the interface. So you're going to plug it into the main harness. You got this, another harness here. This connector, it's not used. You don't have to use this one. Okay. You got 4 camera inputs. You're only going to be using front, left, and right cameras, so you're not using the rest. Now, this is your audio outputs to your car aux. If you don't have car aux, we offer Bluetooth audio device, and you can do from iPhone or Android, you can do Bluetooth directly to your Bluetooth streaming, or if you want, we have Bluetooth device that you can connect to your Bluetooth streaming and have the audio this way. And then you got wires over here. This is the CarPlay. If you don't have CarPlay, install CarPlay. This is your remote control. And then you got wires here. Make sure they're isolated. Alright, and these wires are pretty much, you got 5 wires that are not used. You don't have to use these wires that are taped off, just forget about it. So pretty much it's 100% plug and play. So if you just install CarPlay and mirroring, your installation is done. You plug it in, and you can forget about everything else. If you're adding extra cameras, this is where your extra camera goes in. But you don't have to splice a single wire, it's just plug and play. We're going to show you Apple CarPlay and phone mirroring, both with front and side cameras. Front and side cameras operate identically same on both CarPlay and mirroring. So we're going to demonstrate how the front and side cameras work, and after that we're going to show you individual videos for Apple CarPlay and phone mirroring. Typically it's sold as Apple CarPlay plus 3 cameras or 4 cameras, or phone mirroring plus 3 or 4 cameras if you don't have a factory backup camera. But you can combine the devices any way you like. So we're gonna start with the demo, and this is how you should do it if you're doing an installation. Before you close the car, to make sure everything's working properly, test everything, and only then you lock up the car completely and put everything together. So let's go ahead and demo everything. So we're gonna bring our screen back. All right, plug and play. Plug back in our plug and play harness. Just gonna plug it back in. Plug in our USB. If your car have navigation, plug in your GPS antenna. Then we're just gonna install everything, but we're not gonna close it yet because we only want to plug it in. We're gonna put the screen in its place just to test it. Only after we test everything, we're going to continue to closing the car. Okay, so the first thing you want to see is that we plug the interface in. We want to make sure the radio boots up, and we got everything working. So that's the main thing, to make sure the radio boots up. After we know that the radio has booted properly, we're going to go ahead and start testing all the other features, and we're going to show you how the interface is controlled as well. Okay, let's go ahead and test the cameras. In reverse, you got rear camera. In drive, you got a front camera. Front camera will automatically shut off when you reach speed of 10 miles per hour. You got left turn signal, left camera. You got right turn signal, you got right camera. These lines are just in camera. They might not appear if you choose to get the camera without the lines. We're just showing you different formats that are possible. If you got the CarPlay, you will also have this remote. This is how it works. You got rear camera. Don't forget, if you want to see factory rear view camera in drive, you must power rear camera from reverse to accessory. Left camera, right camera, front camera, and then you got CarPlay here. Now, if you don't have the CarPlay, you're not gonna have this remote. If you just got the mirroring, you can order this remote separate with mirroring too, but this only comes together with CarPlay. If you don't have the CarPlay, you can operate with the radio buttons. This forces on interface, and then you can switch the inputs. It's going to show you the CarPlay and mirroring. You can cycle the camera's rear camera. You got front, left, and right, and then again mirroring. And then to shut off the cameras, go back to factory screen, press and hold. So this cycles the cameras back and forth, and it's not going to change anything on the radio once it's activated with the mute button. So mute to activate and switch around. And this is for CarPlay. buttons. Instant to front camera, instant to rear camera, instant to left camera, instant to right camera. In CarPlay mode, those buttons are only going to operate CarPlay. We're going to show you how it works in a second. But this is what it does in all the other modes. So now I'm going to demonstrate how the CarPlay mode works if your car does not have CarPlay. But keep in mind again, this only comes with CarPlay. You can order this remote separately with wireless mirroring if you have instant access to any camera, or without this remote, this activates the interface and these two buttons cycle back and forth. If you're not installing front, left, or rear cameras, the input's not going to be cycled, they're going to be bypassed. So let's say I do left camera, you got left turn signal, you got left camera. If you have not installed camera, it will not switch. The factory image will continue to be displayed on the car screen. Okay, so if you have the CarPlay version, this button will activate the input and turn to CarPlay. And now this is no longer camera controls. This is controls for CarPlay. So as you see, look, phone, maps. So anything that I'm going to select, this is back button, Siri. You got, okay, so if you go to any of the app, keep in mind, the apps live on your phone. CarPlay only exists inside your phone. They don't exist anywhere else. So let's say TuneIn Radio. You press and it's going to open up TuneIn Radio on your phone. You can see right there, see TuneIn Radio. I'm going to place the phone right here. Oh. And if I press home, and I go home, I'm going to go press back. You see, it turned off. Look at the phone screen. I'm going to go back into TuneIn Radio, Spotify, or anything. It's going to open up that app. So we're controlling CarPlay that's on your phone. And you see, that opened up Spotify, but I'm not logged in. So keep in mind, you're only controlling apps. So again, back. You do have a message in this version. We're going to have HD version that's going to be more expensive. This is entry-level version, but this is the more affordable version. It has this message, but this version it's much more affordable. And basically all this is like real CarPlay. There's no difference. Again, Siri. And this is the same way CarPlay is controlled in German vehicles. In the next version we're going to release, it's going to use the touch screen of your car. This is entry-level version, and it has a beautiful remote. And it's even easier than reaching to the remote, just driving here, and we made this remote. This is unique remote. It's our own design. Nobody else has this kind of product. This is our exclusive design. We already see replicas. People try to replicate, but there's nothing like this. They have less buttons. They don't have Siri dedicated button. They don't have dedicated back button. They don't have up down, because we have, you see, up down. All the buttons work enter. So you got up, left, right. You see where it's highlighting, left, right. Now look, up down. I'm going up down, and then go into maps. Okay. I can go into destinations, and in destinations we have keyboard. See where it says voice entry? Instead of the voice, we can do keyboard, and then you can go through the letters with the keyboard. See, as I'm going through the keyboard through the letters, right there. I can do search. So this is actual CarPlay. You got the remote, and then if you're out of the CarPlay mode, this is cycles the modes. In one of the cameras, you can just go ahead and cycle through all the cameras that you want. This is instant on, instant off. Instant on, instant off. Instant on, instant off. It's actually instant inputs. Instant on, instant off. Instant on, instant off. With this, with the factory buttons, you just cycle. But with this, it's instant on, instant off. It's a very neat remote. You get all the features. And if you're in a CarPlay mode, instead of controlling the cameras, you're controlling the CarPlay. So it's a smart technology, it knows what mode you're in, right? So right now we're inside the CarPlay mode, we know that, and the system knows that we're inside the CarPlay mode, so it's not switching the cameras. But as soon as we switch over, you can cycle the cameras. Any of the cameras, you can cycle them on. But as soon as we go back to CarPlay mode, that's it. We're controlling the CarPlay. So this is a smart remote. It's not just a regular remote. It knows what mode you're in. And this button can cycle through all the inputs. Left, right, cameras, back to CarPlay. I'm just doing it pretty fast. But keep in mind, again, it's a smart remote. It's nothing like it is available. This is not copies of product that made overseas. Nothing like this exists anywhere overseas. So you've seen the cameras, you've seen the CarPlay. Now we're going to show you just full phone mirroring. Keep in mind, CarPlay is limited to apps that Apple allowed for CarPlay. Full mirroring can show any app on the screen. So that's what we're going to demo next. This remote can be purchased for full mirroring, but only to control the cameras. It will not control the apps. Okay, so this is phone mirroring. I'm going to turn it on, and you're going to see phone mirroring right on the screen. So basically, we're in the wrong input actually. This is rear camera input. Let's activate and switch to the interface. Okay, so this is demo of phone mirroring. Phone mirroring is very simple. Whatever you see on your phone, the same thing you see on the car screen. This way, it mirrors the phone. It's the same thing as holding the phone in front of the mirror in your house. So if I'm gonna go to home page, you're gonna see my home screen and everything works, you know. So basically, there's really nothing to show, you know. It's full phone mirroring. Whatever is on your phone appears on the car screen. So anything you decide to see, it's gonna be right there on your car screen. Just few things to remember is that phone mirroring in this version could be either wireless or through lightning cable, or fully wireless. You can mirror iPhone or Android. On an iPhone, you're not going to be able to watch any protected videos, so you're not going to have any Netflix, so only YouTube. YouTube in iOS 11 can only be seen with the cable. There is no wireless YouTube. The version that we're coming out with, high definition version, without the message on top, you'll have HDMI input, so you can connect lightning to HDMI cable and have all the videos that are protected and have those videos on the screen. This version is mainly to have Waze, Google Maps, or any other favorite app on the screen. If you have Android or CarPlay, Android Auto CarPlay, obviously you have it in the car, but it's so limited, and you want to have all these extra apps. You have, if you're an iPhone owner, you want to have Waze on the screen, all 9 yards. So basically you mirror anything. All your apps, you want to have Facebook on the screen, whatever you want to have on the screen, basically you can have on the car screen. So it's pretty much limitless. Now just quickly, we're going to mirror one of the YouTube videos. This is a YouTube video. It's mirroring to the screen. So pretty much, you know, anything on YouTube you can watch right on the car screen, and it's in the same quality as you can see. Even though the car screen is a little better. And, you know, that's pretty much what it's made for. It's made to add front and side cameras, whether you have Ford Mustang or Ford F-150 where you want side cameras, or just simply mirror the phone. You know, whatever you want to have on your car screen, that's what it's made for. We don't recommend watching movies anyway, and it's not made for that. Once you know everything works, you can reassemble your vehicle and enjoy all the features you installed. Again, you can have 4 cameras and CarPlay, or 4 cameras and phone mirroring. You can mirror iPhone or Android. CarPlay is only for Apple. You can mirror basically Waze, Google Maps, or any other app from iPhone or Android, and use it safely. Enjoy it, and if you got any questions, just let us know. Thank you.